Snodgrass knew my name. Denver kept a record of everything I had done. Snodgrass kept asking what I might do next. Every cop I met mistook surveillance for insight. Read the charge sheet once and thought they understood the man. Snodgrass read the same file, then looked across the table as if the facts were right, but the conclusion didn't stand. He knew I learned the exits before entering a room. Knew poverty can sharpen what the violence doesn't kill. He never called the anger noble, never called the stealing justice. He recognized the mechanism, the discipline, the will. He didn't offer absolution. He never tried to make me clean. He saw dangerous intelligence and asked what I intended it to mean.
Snodgrass knew my name before the street reduced me to a record, before the law mistook the evidence for everything a man could ever be. He saw the mind behind the damage, the architecture of the game. He never asked me to be innocent.
Snodgrass knew my name. Yeah. Tuesday lunch, he fed me methods disguised as moral guidance. Spoke about the lawful world as though its structure could be trusted. I listened to the spaces and the failures in his reasoning. Found leverage in every principle he thought constructive. He wanted steady work, an address, and legitimate money. I turned arithmetic into accounts the banks could never trace. He knew exactly what I'd done with everything he taught me, but another Tuesday came and he was waiting in his place. That was the arrangement.
No confession, no reform.
He kept pointing toward the future.
I kept entering through the storm. Snodgrass knew my name before the street reduced me to a record, before the law mistook the evidence for everything a man could ever be. He saw the mind behind the damage,
Yeah.
the architecture of the game. He never asked me to be innocent.
Snodgrass knew my name. He put the college forms before me. I told him education was another sanctioned line. He said, don't confuse refusing their permission with the right to waste a first-rate mind. When I said aviation, he began the application. No speech about redemption, no performance of surprise. He saw the mathematics underneath the aircraft, saw the engineer before I ever reached the sky. I signed because he understood me, not because I had been changed. There are men who give you orders, there are men who know your name.
6 years dead,
Before I came to thank him,
no farewell.
no forwarding place.
He followed money from the diamonds to the bodies until somebody left a diamond where his heart had been.
I stood before the stone and made no promise of redemption. I had not become the grateful man a lesser story needs. I told him I had earned the wings he saw before I wore them. Told him crime and intellect still shared the blood in me, but I had learned to aim the fire instead of letting anger choose the flame. That may not be salvation. It was enough to speak his name.
Snodgrass knew my name before I had the courage to possess it, before the law mistook my history for everything that I could ever be. He saw the mind behind the damage,
Never
tried to hide the stain. He never asked me to be innocent.
Snodgrass knew my name. Every cop in Denver knew my record.